the fighter and the kid. Had to run it back, cause we back at it again. Yeah, we gon' keep it moving like it's never gonna end. When it was Brendan, when it was Bryan, when it was just talking to friends. We got the kid Callen on the left, with the fighter on the right. Ay, had to do it right, cause we coming at you live. Back with the team, had to keep it OG, must see TV. Had to do it. Yes, we did, cause we back at it again. It's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. Back at it again, it's the fighter and the kid. It's the fighter and the kid.
This is really the fighter and the kid. We're out.
Come on, baby.
Now,
Green Bros.
First of all, we're the Green Bros. Mark's hair is out of control, ladies and gentlemen.
That's how Mark looks.
It's an absolute fucking mane. First of all, I apologize for referring to it as hair. You have a mane.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
When we're on the streets, women will be like, can I touch your hair? I'm like, I don't get it. It's just hair.
Well,
That
he's
did
young,
happen.
but it's gray. And that's a pretty cool combo.
But it's like, do you think it feels different than your hair, lady? You both have long hair.
It's silver. It's thick. Have you ever thought about, like, if you shaved your head, would you suddenly lose all your strength and be very, very insecure?
Yeah, that's why I don't do it. Even though
It would be a weird vibe if you shaved his hair.
Your hair's looking mighty brillowy.
Well, from the hat, I mean,
Well, it's
it was covered in mud.
I was going to say, it's from
It
the
was
Tough
in
Mudder.
mud. Tough Mud in Chicago.
Good pictures.
Yeah, they were fun. We ran with the Buttery Bros. Now, Mark jumped in the ice bath, in the ice water portion of it, and came out. And you would think it was low budget Jason Momoa. And he jumped and was like, with his shirt off.
Yeah?
I was like, what is happening?
Really?
now? Yeah.
Now, that's great.
What was that? Did you see
That was Theo
I didn't
Vaughn with
post
your
it.
body.
Yeah,
Wow.
how
he
ridiculous.
looks good.
And then look at me at Theo.
Jesus.
Let's go to Bourbon Street and hit that sax and get some beads and some paste in your face.
Good God.
Yeah, it's definitely more regular.
Wow.
If you're
Deep
the
fake is
only guy
real.
Doing it
I know, right?
area, you could really shine a little
We
bit.
both look pretty cool.
My
That's when I
God.
had longer
A
hair.
little bit, and then it
Theo's
gets
hair's
also super
always
gay.
like that.
So you don't know if a guy's like trying to shoot you or fucking
All I see is hair.
sex, you know?
Pick your poison, man.
Yeah. I was like, oh, sex.
Take your ass to New Orleans.
Damn, that's impressive.
Dude, so this video of this guy,
A couple big boys.
this is the ending that where you get electrocuted.
Yeah, yeah.
And the guy next to me, you'll see him on there. He's getting all out of fucking, he's getting crazy. And he's like, "Are we just gonna stand there? Or are you gonna go?" And I'm like trying to figure out how not to get shocked, like the least. I'm like, "How can I?" And Mark's like, "Tell me." And he goes, "Are we gonna go or what?" And I go, "You go, dude. Go ahead. Watch. Go ahead. I go, you go." See, he's hitting his chest. Look. Watch this. Boom! Ripped his beard out. He got fucked up.
Oh, fuck that. That's
It
not fun. How
electrocutes-
much did you get shocked just then?
Oh, because he knocked them all down. So like 4 of them just all hit me in the chest.
Well,
it hurt.
that's,
So I
that
was
guy's
so upset.
annoying. Why did he fall back?
Because it wrapped around his beard. He got caught wrapped around his neck. It went,
Oh, well, that's bad.
for him,
Yeah.
it was fun though.
And
And he passed out, came to,
that's
jumped
so
up,
fucking weird.
and then then it knocked all the electric down. He knocked all of it down, so he's not getting shocked there. I didn't know that, so that's why I'm Navy SEAL crawling there.
yeah. Now, Bubba, if
But
he's
then
doing it, I'm looking at his body. I feel like I could do it.
We were talking about it. I was talking with the Buttery Bros because we were like halfway. It's just a lot.
It's a lot.
Like at your age, I don't know why you could. I think you could do it. Like there's, like some girl broke her leg. Like multiple people broke their legs, broke their arms. Like you got to.
I'm not worried about my wind. My wind's good. It's my calves, my problem.
It's a lot. Like
Feet.
it's a lot. I mean, some of it's tough for me. It's tough for me and Mark. Like it's not easy at all.
How do you guys do against the Buttery Bros? Because those guys are in good shape.
No one's like trying to win races. Like
You're just doing it together.
Yeah, we all stayed together and ran together, and like
I'm very happy
it was
with their
fun.
bodies.
Yeah, they're great.
Good guys.
They're great. But like like when you think about like when people go, "Oh, it's the worst that can happen," man. I mean,
There's shit that can happen.
I mean, like on the thing where you're on you're doing pull-ups, and then you gotta transition to another thing, and there's water, like deep water underneath you with mud, and you're going around, your hands are wet. Like that girl fell off, snapped her fucking leg.
That's not good.
Another guy snapped his leg. Mark rolled his ankle.
Yeah. Not good.
There's some shit. It was the biggest one. They've had 15,000 people signed up.
Right.
15,000 people ran that race. Minimum sign up, $150. Think how much money Tough Mudder's making.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is rent that land in the middle of nowhere. You have sponsors. But I was talking about this with the Buttery Bros in Rain. I assume their nut comes from insurance.
Oh,
Right? Because the liability insurance has to be through the
yeah.
roof.
But you also have people sign waivers.
We all sign waivers, but still.
But yeah,
So
you can still get sued.
for sure. So I'm sure that's where a majority, it has to be a high.
High number.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I would imagine.
We had fun though. But also Chicago, like they all came to my show Friday night at the Laugh Factory. Shout out to Laugh Factory Chicago. Great club. Have you ever done it?
No.
In like the middle of fucking Chicago. It's great.
Wow.
So much fun. But they came there and the head of Tough Mudder was there and he's like, yeah, we do courses worldwide. This is number 3 toughest one. I was like, really? Okay. That made
Wow.
me super nervous. I don't think it was the toughest one. I think it was the funnest one. Like we went through a river, like straight up a river. You got
Really?
to cross. Yeah, it was dope.
Damn.
And like the terrain, it wasn't as hard. Like California's,
What'd you think?
I think California's tougher.
I agree with him. Way more pleasant because the temperature is perfect. The ground is nice. There's trees around to look at versus like
All the
running
scenery's
in
How long?
Sanford, you know?
15K?
15K.
Yeah.
All the scenery's different. It was fun.
I did. I went to our boy Tarek's wedding in Ottawa.
Canada.
I was the best man. Means Bryan had to make a speech. Bryan had to make a speech.
Good thing you can talk. I'd hope.
Well-
did Bryan put any effort into this? That'd be the question.
Bryan put a lot of effort into it. The problem is, here's the problem. I'm not good with emotion, Bubba. And so my boy, your boy made a speech. I opened it up and I cried.
For Tark.
I cried because I mentioned his mom, and I wanted to talk about the sacrifice. See, his mother came. So Tarek's mother's father was killed by the Soviets. They took him away, and she never saw him again. And at 18 years old, she had to leave the country.
Oh, the mom. Yeah.
The mom.
I'd say Tark's dad didn't die that
No,
way. I know Tark's
no,
dad.
her father.
family. Yeah.
So their grandfather was a very famous Air Force general, and the Soviets killed him.
Yep.
They took him and put him in jail for 3 days, and he died. God knows what they did to him.
Yeah.
So whenever you see people who are refugees like that, they're very proud. They came from a very proud family.
Proud
and
of
a
their
very,
children, yeah.
Very proud. She's a very proud, strong woman.
Big time.
So when you see that, and I remember one time I said to her, what do you miss about Afghanistan? And she said, everything.
Oh, wow.
I miss everything. And I said, everything? And she goes, everything. I said, like what? She goes, even the air.
That's her home.
What she was saying there was I could see the pain in her face that she would never show anybody.
Yeah.
And that happened. We were eating dinner, right? It just happened.
Yep.
And I never stopped thinking. I think about it every day for whatever reason.
Yep.
Like it was 2 years ago. In
Yeah.
a way, it was
Every
just
day's
big.
extreme, but yeah. You just got done with the wedding.
It's
I
in
get
your
it.
head though, right?
Sure.
You're like, you think about how people have it, what they've gone through, and then she makes those two, Yosef and Tarek. She makes those
Two of the best guys on the
two of the best
planet.
guys on the planet.
Yep.
Just
Both successful.
yeah,
Yeah,
both
great story.
successful as
Sisters
shit.
of Beast. Yeah, they're all
like
great.
Yosef now has his own security company that's killing it. Tarek he's doing fucking everything as usual.
Taking over the world.
Yeah. So she did this, and what I was trying to say is your sacrifice, your pain made the world a better place. It may feel like you went through a lot of shit, but look what you created.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to say. Dude.
Couldn't get it out.
What the? I couldn't. I embarrassed myself. Oh, I started crying.
Were you in a tuxedo?
And couldn't finish I was in a very nice suit. Start crying in front of a bunch of people I don't know.
Yeah.
In Canada, and couldn't finish. I had to take, and then I forgot the shit I was going to say. It was a rambling speech, frankly.
It's not.
A rambling speech, and I the only thing that it was worth was that I showed them that I love them, but I was
There's no
I was
closer.
pissed. I was
When
pissed.
people were like, I thought it'd be better.
Yeah, 100%. And I was just, and I kept doing this to myself. I kept going, fuck.
Yeah.
'Cause you can't get a take back.
Yeah.
You can't run it back.
No, if you're, I mean, I cried at Jay's when you went.
You did?
Yeah, yeah, big time.
When you made the speech?
Yep, that was his best man.
You can't hold it together.
And then at Delia's wedding, his wife's brooms?
Groomsmen.
No, not the groomsmen. The bridesmaids. Bridesmaids stories were all like inside, like, you remember in the vortex? Don't we say vortex? Vortex.
girls.
And we don't. And I was like, oh, that's the worst speech of all time. And then they kept saying it. And I look at Ian Edwards like, someone needs to give him the red light. Someone needs to give him the light. Me and Ian Edwards laughing our asses off. But then Chris's brother got up, crushed it, and then Lenoci had to follow that. Lenoci had some drinks, probably doing some drugs, whatever. And then Lenoci killed it, crushed it.
He's great.
Yeah,
Professional.
And then everyone was like, "It's the best set you've ever had."
Wow.
Like, if you could only just do that every night.
Wow.
Yeah, crushed it.
You didn't speak?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man. When
They're
you're
tough.
when
A lot
you
of
have to-
pressure.
I find weddings very emotional, and I don't know why. And I embarrassed myself.
I like when they're walking down the aisle, all that stuff, and the family's talking. I like that part's emotional. But then after that, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Then I'm ready to go.
Maybe part of it had to do. This is my other excuse. It's like part of it might have had to do with we went to this spot called Nordique, where you go where you're the Michelin star restaurants there,
Yeah.
but it's an outdoor hot spring.
Okay.
You got saunas, you got cold plunges, you got more saunas,
Okay.
you got eucalyptus, and we were doing it on a loop, like all the guys, and maybe the cold and hot got rid of all the toxins, and I was weak.
Oh, no.
I was tired.
That's what you told yourself on the plane right
That's
there?
not true, though,
That's
is it?
so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smart on that.
You know who hung out with a lot was
I was going to say, who else was there?
Bruce Grodkowski.
The football player,
Great guy.
the quarterback.
Fucking great guy.
Yeah.
Just a great
He's a
guy.
quarterback
Yeah.
for Tulsa or Tulane,
Yeah.
I think.
Just hanging out with his shirt off, and I'm standing next to him. I was like,
What's he do now?
He owns restaurants.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
yeah, he's doing
Who
great.
else
He's a
was there?
great guy.
Who else is there?
A guy, another police officer named VJ, who's an old friend of theirs.
They were all part of the groomsmen?
Yeah, just great guys. Just fucking great guys, man. And watch, we shoot this thing, and
Was Luke there? Rockhold?
No, Luke's foot got infected, so he couldn't make
Fuck.
it. Yeah, his foot's all fucked up.
Any other football players? I mean, Tark's a big football guy.
No. It was just Bruce. A lot of people, because it was Ottawa. Oh, that's a bitch to get to.
Tell me, because I got an offer to do Calgary. A new venue
you're
in
gonna love
Calgary.
A new venue?
Yeah, a new venue.
Not Yuck Yucks.
Nope, not Yuck Yucks.
Why?
I'll tell you later about it.
Okay.
But I heard their COVID protocols are super strict up there. Did you have any issues?
I had to wear a mask on the plane, on the way there, and in the airport. They just stopped doing masks everywhere in June. They just got back to normal in June.
What do you
That was 2
mean?
months
What do you
ago,
mean
sir.
normal? It's not normal. If you're wearing in the airplane in mask.
Yeah, you still, yeah.
So it's not normal.
And you have to have, you better show proof of vaccination to get in there. There's a lot
But
of
you just show them your card, or are they like?
No, you got to show them your card.
And then
the airline does it,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It's
is
like
it
I have a fake vaccination card. So if I were to go to Canada,
is it a database? Yeah. Is it like? How strict is it?
It's just you show them your Pfizer or your Moderna. They want
Yeah.
to know what it is. I mean, there's
And then you pass
the date.
and then you go by.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
you don't like put it into a computer if they're
Yeah,
a cross check.
yeah, you don't put it into-
No,
They didn't like track you and stuff, right? I heard it's really strict up there.
no.
The media is scared.
It's more the airlines that do it. It's on the airlines.
makes
So to get a boarding pass, you have to check in, and part of your check-in process is to put in your passport information, put in your vaccination information.
Oh, yeah.
Canada's very thorough in terms of like they want to know everything about you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trudeau.
Yeah.
Trudeau.
So there's that. You're doing a new venue in,
It's a new
in
one.
Calgary.
We'll see. It depends how strict they are. So her Canada's pretty
Yeah.
strict.
But everybody's vaccinated in Canada, so it's not even an issue.
Yeah,
Nobody-
I don't think
nobody
the
thinks about
venue's
that.
asking for it. It's just really getting in there and getting out of there.
You'll be fine.
Did you have to take a
be
COVID
fine.
test to get out? Did you have to take a COVID test to get out?
No, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
They make a bigger deal about it than it is. Nobody.
That's what I assume.
Nobody. The truth about boosters and vaccines is nobody has the time to check everybody. It's
Yeah.
like a metal detector with a public school. You don't have time to wait.
Yeah.
It's just it would cause such a backlog. So what they do is it's basically an honor system. They go, where's your
Them checking boxes
show us,
too.
but
yeah.
they do want to see your card or a picture of
Yeah,
it.
that's
and they
fine.
wanna-
I have
That's
all
all.
that.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right. Maybe worth
Yeah.
it. Dude, I saw a doc. You got to see it. House of Dragons is so lit. Best show on TV right now. B, there's a doc called Running with the Devil. You know McAfee, the antivirus,
Yeah, that guy who
Software.
faked his own death. Apparently,
have you seen the doc?
No.
The software, the antivirus software. So it's
No.
called Running with the Devil. That's definitely not it.
John
no, it's a
McAfee.
Netflix thing.
John McAfee, dude, it's so good. Because so what happens is he sells his company for whatever $300 million. It's worth $17 billion now, right? He worked for NASA. He's a computer programmer for NASA.
Wow.
Develop all that stuff. Comes up with that antivirus software, and then he moves to Belize, and his neighbor dies. Everyone thinks it's him. So when he thinks the government, everybody's out to get him, so he goes on the run. Now, when he goes on the run, he doesn't want the media telling just one side of the story, so he hires 2 young guys to film everything for him and document all it while he's on the run.
Wow.
So right away when that's happening, I go to myself, because these guys are from Vice. I'm like, well, if he told them where he's at and they come film everything, isn't that breaking the law? Because then aren't you helping out a fugitive who's suspected of murder? Like, isn't that a crime? So I'm like, that's weird. Whatever. So they film everything. He's crazy. They say running with the devil or running with evil or whatever it's called. I don't think he's an evil dude. I just think he's a bit of a narcissist, clearly a narcissist, out of his mind. Uses this young girl. She's like 18 in Belize. And her uncle is like the highest district attorney in the country. And they want to use him so he can get, freedom and not be accused of all this. It's fascinating, dude. It's
his girlfriend just said
they're filming the whole
he's
time.
in Texas and he's still alive.
Spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1. The documentary ends with, they say he committed suicide in prison in somewhere in Europe, I think, or maybe the Middle East. But then suicide never made sense. And he had a tattoo that goes, if I'm found dead, it's not suicide. Like, he had a tattoo like, the media's going to make this seem like a suicide, guaranteed, because I have all this info. Because he was saying he had the ability, because he said he hacked in and had information on Hillary Clinton, the cartel, and the cartel was out to get him. So he bought a yacht. And again, this to me caused red flags, because he'd be with the camera guys. He'd be like, we have 5 minutes to get out of here. They know where we're at. So he'd have a boat and go. And I'm like, the government can easily chase you.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of theatrics.
It's tough to tell. It's tough to tell. And then he ditches the 18-year-old girl after he leaves Belize.
So he was dating an 18-year-old.
He was trying to get married to her. And then
he's my age.
Then he has to, and then he has to go back on the run. So he's on the run, and then he gets to so he's in jail in Belize, fakes a heart attack, escapes, gets to Miami, and he's just chilling in Miami. Marries a prostitute, a black prostitute. And it's funny, they're like, oh, it was love at first sight. She's like, no, it's just a job. And then I wanted to get out of here, so I linked up with them. But she's like, now I love him. Now we've been around each other. But yeah, he just asked me to come with him. I was just a working girl. You're like, well, this guy's out of his mind. Now he's doing all the drugs. He's doing bath salts.
Oh, that works out for you.
But so then to me, but part of it's like, all right, is this guy just a fucking addict who's out of his mind and like making all this up?
Yeah.
But then they do interview she's a prostitute, so I don't know if they're the most trustworthy people. But she goes, people think he's making up. Like, she's like, me and him got in this horrible fight. I called my pimp, because that's when I need, help. I call my pimp. So I called my pimp. He said, I'm going to send somebody to help you out. And she goes, and he sent somebody from the cartel. And the cartel she had the bag of whatever poison. She's like, give me a bag of poison. Said, put this in his dinner. He won't wake up. She's like, I just couldn't do it. She's like, so when people say that the cartel stuff isn't real, it's real. Like, I've talked with him and they wanted me to kill him. Now it's his wife and she's a prostitute, so take it for what it's worth.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating.
So what was his, he got arrested for the alleged murder of his neighbor?
Which one? The original one in Belize was that, right? But then he escapes that, saying he has a heart attack. But then he got arrested for tax evasion. And then when he's in tax evasion in Spain, that's when he goes to prison in Spain, and they're going to extradite him back to America. He supposedly committed suicide. But then the documentary ends with that 18-year-old girl who's now a lot older, a lot heavier. She says, I just talked to him 2 weeks ago. He's in Texas. Told me to come with him. He wants to run away.
Oh,
so I don't know.
So interesting.
Security fraud.
But so he's got some issues. He's got some.
Yeah, like, worked for NASA,
issues.
developed the program to get us to space. Like, he's a brilliant dude. Also, he created that antivirus software. But then he was saying that he, the so part of the thing is, he's like, one of the reasons why the government's after me is because I hacked into the government, all these databases. I have all this information on Hillary Clinton and the cartel and human trafficking.
Or you broke the law.
Well, here's the thing.
You evaded taxes.
Well, in the documentary, they go, John never released any information on Hillary Clinton or the cartel, ever.
Wait, say that again.
He never released, like he says he has that information. No one ever saw it.
No, that's the problem. It's like, that Dinesh D'Souza did 2,000 Mules. Do you know that thing? It's 2,000 Mules. He set out to prove that the election was rigged, okay? And he got 4 million minutes of closed circuit TV where the cameras were on the ballots, on the ballot boxes. And basically
Scroll down for me, Chin.
the idea was that
tweet.
they had
Yeah.
taken, what is that?
So he goes, getting subtle messages from the U.S. officials saying, in effect, we're coming for you, McAfee. We're going to kill yourself.
Well, his arm looks weird.
I got a tattoo today just in case if I suicide myself. I didn't. I was whacked. Check my right arm.
Yeah.
It's like a Crystalia like suicide note.
This guy's
Swag.
so weird. This guy's, the whole thing is weird. These people are crazy. Sometimes you got to stop and go, you're fucking crazy.
Oh, well, he hired a ghostwriter to write a novel for him because his story was pretty crazy. But I'm thinking he does admit, he's like they're filming him. He's like, I've created gold for you. I've threaded and exaggerated things to make a perfect movie for you. So it's fascinating. He's out of his fucking mind. But the ghostwriter goes, I don't know what's real, man. Like he said his father committed suicide when he was 17. He's like, but I have this recording, and in the recording that's like 2 years old, he goes, yeah, my dad used to beat me and my mom so bad, finally had to do something. And his dad was shot in the head, same way that the guy was murdered, his neighbor was murdered. And then also he clearly murdered his neighbor. I mean, that's not even up for discussion, but there's his neighbor, and him and his neighbor hated each other, and his neighbor supposedly killed his dogs. And that night he was on his porch firing his gun in the air saying, I'm going to kill you, son of a bitch. And the next day the guy ends up dead. So it's like...
This is in Belize?
Yeah.
And the neighbor ended up being shot in the head?
Right in the head.
Okay, so sometimes...
Back of the head.
So sometimes...
And there's no break-in.
Yeah, so sometimes you have to go, well, let's see, you were shooting it in the air, you hate him. You can see that. He sounds fucking crazy. And he's also one of those guys where everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie.
Yeah, and I'm whoever says this, I agree. So Janice McAfee said she was not taking claims serious. She goes, we're talking about John McAfee, so anything is possible. The likelihood of him being in Texas and that being shared to the world in a Netflix documentary is unlikely. That's what I thought. Texas is a great place, but John was being held in Spanish prison because of Trump charges against him from the IRS and SEC. So I doubt he would choose to hide out in America. Yeah, why would he hide out here when he's already in Spain? Nobody's gonna know who he is. Why would he come here?
It sounds like he's totally unhinged and a drug addict and also probably lost his mind and also a criminal and also has always gotten away with lying, like just lying his ass off. Con men like this are so good at lying that they believe their own fucking lies. So,
He regularly posted updates from his Twitter account saying he was content with his situation and had friends in prison in scrubbed conditions. Yeah, I don't know.
You got to create a bunch of they're after get me. I'm so powerful that the government wants to kill me. It's like, okay.
Well, my whole thing is he'd be like, right, they're coming to get me and they just get on this yacht and take off to whatever the next island. It's like, well, if it was that easy, all criminals just get a fucking boat and take off.
Yeah.
You don't think they can chase you?
Well, first of all, they are tracking. So when you have a yacht, you're in contact.
Because that navigation, and you got to call into
your life vest.
Yes.
So your life vest, if you fall in the water, it has a natural a navigation that goes right to the Coast Guard of that area.
Yeah.
So, sorry, that doesn't fly.
But
and by the way,
the life vest has to be activated. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, so let's say you killed the three of us in this room today and jumped in your Tesla.
Yeah.
That Tesla's pinging off of all sorts of
So is
nonstop.
a yacht.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
So even then, I was like,
it's
I don't
super
know.
easy to catch a yacht. They're not that fast.
They're not fast. No.
So fuck off.
But him being like, all right, we got to get out and jump on the yacht. Like, oh, thank God we got out of there. I was like, well, you're not safe in the waters, dude.
They just send a speedboat.
Or a helicopter and
Or
shoot
whatever.
you down. They shoot the engines out.
Whatever.
They do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was interesting guy, though. It was fascinating. I didn't want to end.
Yeah.
It was good. He's out of his fucking mind. And then he'd have disguises. But then he would go into these places, like a wig place or whatever, and he'd make sure they knew who he was and what he did. and then take pictures with him.
How
And then he-
exhausting.
His
How
ego
fucking
is out of
exhausting.
control.
You should sell your hair to him as a wig. He'd
Oh,
make
one of his wigs is
fortune.
just like Mark's, and the lady goes, "Should we know who you are?" He's like, "Well, do you use McAfee virus?" And she goes, "Yeah." He goes, "That's me." And then like, "Can we take a picture?" She's like, "Sure, but make sure you don't post, ladies." Like, okay.
Oh my God! This
But if
guy's
you're on the run for murder,
what a
are you gonna let
narcissist.
anybody take pictures?
What he just wants to be famous.
But that's what the documentarian guys, they're like, it's very strange because any restaurant or anywhere we went, he would like make sure everyone knew he was there. Like people that are on the run for murder don't give a fuck about social media.
But see, a lot of people like this. If you actually look at what got them going, at the end of the day, what do they want?
Fame.
That's right. They want to be famous. And we've met a lot of people like that in LA, where you see people who are really successful and they're making all the money and it's
I
just
don't
not
get
enough.
it.
It's
Yeah,
not
I'm like,
enough.
why would you want to be famous?
It's what you always say. You're always like, just be rich.
It's the best gig in the world. No one's
Nope.
taking your picture.
Nope.
No one's watching all your moves.
Gotta be famous.
You
Gotta
just
fig-
do your thing.
Got to figure out a way to be famous. You start by making famous friends, and then you hang out with them, and then you try to figure it out from there.
It's so strange.
Yeah, very strange.
This guy, especially at the time of the documentary, was, end of whatever last month, company was worth $17 billion.
17 billion.
Mm-hmm.
He could buy his freedom with that shit.
Well, he bought a lot of shit.
Did he sell McAfee viruses?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, McAfee, that's his shit. Yeah, he sold it.
Yeah.
I mean, years prior for like 600 million or something like that.
Yeah. And
Now it's worth 17 billion.
Fuck. Amazing.
Before that, he worked for NASA. So like, that's the other thing. Like his background, you're like, yeah, I could see that guy figuring out how to hack the government or get into, Hillary Clinton's email. So it's tough, dude.
Yeah, it's tough. It's fucking tough.
He's out of his fucking mind though.
I don't get it.
Hey, B, let's take a little break from all these shenanigans, buddy.
A little break, buddy. You got to take a break
We're
sometimes.
gonna take a little break, man.
You know what I mean?
But I'll tell you what doesn't break our tour, man.
No, our
we
tour
got
does
tour
not
tour
break.
dates coming up, Daddy.
Yeah.
I'm in Appleton, Wisconsin, September 8th through the September 10th. That is next week. Appleton almost sold out. Ontario, California, Ontario Improv, September 15th to 17th. Boston, Laugh Boston. I end September tour dates with Boston, September 29th to October 1st. Get tickets at thickboy.com.
Listen, guys, Raleigh, North Carolina, good night, September 8th, 9th, and 10th. I'm going to be there. I'm excited. San Jose, California, the Improv, September 15, 16, 17. Spokane, Washington, Spokane Comedy Club, September 22, 23, 24. And I'm not stopping. I'll go right to Bridgeport, Connecticut if I want. I'll go East Coast and go to Stress Factory, October 13, 14, 15. Come get some. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, B, the wait is almost over, though. The new football season is almost here. That's right. Daddy College starts this Saturday.
football.
NFL follows shortly after that.
Can you watch football and make money? That's my question.
Again, with my friends at DraftKings, official sports betting partner of the NFL. To celebrate the return of football, DraftKings is giving new customers a can't-miss offer. Bet just $5 on any football game and get $200 in free bets instantly. You want more action? Cool. Everyone can experience the thrill of DraftKings early win promotion. Get up 7. So if your team gets up by 7 points, you win. Even if they lose the game, if they get up by 7 at any point during the game, you win. You get paid instantly. DraftKings is safe, secure, reliable. Best of all, you can deposit, withdraw your cash when you want. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use promo code FIGHTER. You get $200 in free bets instantly when you place $5 bet on any football game. That's code FIGHTER. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook, official sports betting part of the NFL. Minimum age, eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. See next page for directions for disclaimer. Download DraftKings Sportsbook app, promo code FIGHTER. Hey, B, you know those times when you're doing that one thing, can't think about anything else? Or the time when you're so focused, they call it being in the zone.
Yeah, I love that. I love when,
Yeah,
your
dude.
brain is completely focused. I just wish there was a way to get my brain
You talking about a little
focused.
pill?
I'm talking about a pill. If there was some kind of a pill, like that Limitless pill.
Yes, I got you, bro.
You
You're
know
talking
what I
about
mean?
Alpha Brain from our friends at Onnit. It's the ultimate way to get there.
Yes, I remember.
It's a
I gotta tell you,
nootropic supplement, dude, with
quick
over
story.
1 million bottles. Hold the
Yep,
story for me
yep,
for a
yep,
second.
yep.
With it's a supplement sold over 1 million bottles, all right? Alpha Brain promotes cognitive functions, including memory, mental speed, and focus, so you feel like you're on that limitless pill, Brian.
Yep.
It can help you remember names, zero in on complex tasks, think more clearly mentally under stress. All right. Our friend Rogan says he feels that it helps him form better sentences when he's talking.
Well, he takes it every day.
The guy can talk.
He takes it every day, and I remember him coming up with the whole formula. He got really into nootropics, and that's how Alpha Brain was founded. He basically put all the ingredients together, started taking it himself, and On It was born.
Yep.
Alpha Brain contains amino acids and plant compounds that promote the brain's release of alpha waves, which are associated with greater creativity and productivity. They've done double-blind placebo tests and found that it actually improves memory and cognition. It supports neurotransmitters, chemicals that relay information in and from the brain.
Listen, man, if
doesn't
coffee
make you jittery either.
Nope. If coffee and energy drinks make you all jittery, well, guess what? Alpha Brain is caffeine free, so you don't have to worry about that. Listen, for any reason you want to try Alpha Brain, you don't like it, you get your money back. Just give On It 2 weeks. If at that point you don't feel like Alpha Brain is fit for you, just tell us why, and then refund your money, Daddy. No return necessary. We got you. Save 10% on your order by going to onit.com/FATK. All right, that's onit.com/FATK. We got you covered, man. On It, Alpha Brain. Or swing by your local Walmart and pick some up right now.
There you go. I just don't know why we don't have so Ghislaine Maxwell, she goes away to jail for trafficking women to apparently no one. She's doing 20 years for sex trafficking, but she had to have been trafficking those women somewhere. Who were the guys buying the women? How is that not?
Well,
I thought we were going to get all these names.
But how about this? How about they have the book, the black book they kept all the names in?
Where are the names?
They can't release them because some people are still in government as we speak. They can't release the names. Which is so strange.
And
then she was supposed to flip. She was supposed to flip and go bad on all of them.
Well, we know people who were on the plane, but that doesn't mean you were having sex with underage girls.
Well,
no, because there were a lot of women. Well, he had a lot of celebrities that would go there, right? Like Chelsea Handler, people like that. Chelsea's not out there doing. I'm telling you, she's not one of those people.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people like that.
How many times does Chelsea go though?
Well, there are a lot of people that were on the plane who would go to this island, right? But then there were guys who were really famous who were going there to have sex.
The majority would go to have sex. I mean, if you have money, you don't need somebody's private jet in an island.
Where are the names? Well, wait, if you're going to put you're in.
I'm sorry. What are you arguing right here?
I'm saying.
Are you saying it didn't happen, or are you saying that these people are guilty of it?
I'm saying something happened because they put her away for 20 years.
Yes.
Right. So you are sex trafficking. You took women and whoever underage girls or whatever they were. You put them on a plane and you flew them somewhere else for sex. I think that's the definition.
Well, we have some names, right? Prince Charles. Bill Clinton.
Yeah, but no, because if illegal activity was happening, who were the recipients of that illegal? It takes two to tango. Who were the recipients of that illegal activity, and why haven't their names come up? Didn't she mention who was there? But I don't have any names. Why?
And that's why they're saying that she was going to be off.
Let me see. Go back up, buddy. Okay, faces 6 counts in her federal trial, which relate to accusations that she facilitated sexual exploitation of girls for her long-term companion and disgraced financier, Jeffrey Epstein. 4 accusers. 1 count of enticement of a minor to travel to engage in illegal sex acts, in which Ms. Maxwell is accused of coercing one girl, identified as minor victim 1, and charging documents to travel to Florida. Okay, who is she going to fuck? So it was with Mr. Epstein. Convenient, he's dead. 1 count of transportation of a minor
and all Mr. Epstein.
Illegal sex. Yeah, excuse me. Bring the same girl to Florida. So it's all for Epstein. Now, my guess is, here, you want to hear what my theory is on all this? Okay. So Epstein apparently bought that crazy mansion for $10. $10. Epstein apparently, nobody really knows how he was making his money, but he had a lot of money. Nobody knows how he had that island, but he had a lot of islands. Yeah. Nobody knows when he bought that plane and all that. He was a trader, but there isn't really a paper trail that shows where he got all that money and all that influence.
Or that he knows anything about finances, according to Eric Weinstein.
Right. Okay, so now, Ghislaine Maxwell conveniently says, I'm going to take this 20-year hit, and I was only trafficking for Mr. Epstein, even though we know a lot of powerful people were there.
We know that's not
like
true.
Prince Andrew, who had a 17-year-old girl there on his lap and all that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Picture and
Cool.
she claims she
And
had
that girl, by the way, and her team had asked for $25 million way before it went public. They said, if you want to keep this quiet, give us $25 million. Prince Andrew said, fuck off. And then it came out. Okay, fine. My thing is that my guess is that Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein worked for a foreign intelligence agency like the Mossad, like Israeli Foreign Secret Service.
That's where all the money funding came
That's
from?
where the money came from, and they wanted to get powerful people, especially
compromise
men,
them.
in compromised situations. That's what that island was. And I think that the Mossad has a bunch of fucking videotape and files of the most powerful people in the world, including Clinton, having sex with underage girls or whoever it was,
Clinton's
or
an
just
easy one.
girls.
Clinton's an easy one.
Yeah, but he's no longer somebody that he's no longer in power, so there's no point in
Clinton's like,
blackmailing.
dude, I heard you got impeached. What do you
Yeah.
Hillary's my wife. I
Yeah.
paid enough.
Was Trump ever on that plane?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
I don't think he was.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most solid theory out there, Brian.
That he was on it.
No.
The Mossad specifically.
Yeah.
And the way that they operate.
Yep. Ooh. Trump flew more
Took
often.
17 trips. But you know he also had his hand in Victoria's Secret too.
Well, so Wexler, I believe that's his name,
Yeah.
who owned Victoria's Secret and the Limited, was the one who sold him the house for $10.
They were in cahoots together, and then Epstein.
But Wexler
really
was
got-
gay.
Yeah, but all the girls.
Yeah.
All the Victoria's Secret models.
It's so interesting.
At least 7 trips, it says on this New York
Oh.
Daily News.
Okay, so he was. Got a lot of powerful people on that thing.
I mean, that was their goal. But apparently, though, it was hard to tell. You know, I don't know how it's on these islands with all these horrible bodied white guys. But the part of the problem is like you couldn't tell some of the girls you'd hook up with, and then I think Epstein was like, "Hey, she was 17, bro." Like what?
Right.
Like, and we recorded it.
Right.
So give us all the funding.
That's right.
Yeah. So it's not, I don't. In 95, he flew with his son Eric, who was not 2 years old yet. Yeah.
So again, there were a lot of people that went to that island because they were invited and it was nice.
That's weird
I think
to me.
that they
That's
did.
strange to me,
Well,
though.
it's the cover. You have people flying there for parties and fun, and then you have people. Then you have the other group that comes for the little naughty stuff. You get the guys. It's the boys' weekend.
Yep.
That's as old as fucking time.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
I'm watching that FX series on Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. It's a new series,
Yeah.
because they did the series. They did OJ, then they did Versace, and now they're doing Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky. So then I just went down the rabbit hole. Bill Clinton, like, dude, this guy is accused of fucking sexual assault since fucking. college.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh,
Lewinsky's the smallest. of
Dude,
the
his
stories.
track record, like, holy fuck.
Him and Trump.
Yeah, well, Clinton's is way worse than Trump's. Clinton's is way worse. They're not even comparable. You can't lump them together. Clinton's is bad.
Well, in the White House-
rape in Arkansas when he was governor.
Yeah.
Right, and
geez.
then in the White House, like homegirl who actually set it all up. What's her name? Star.
Monica. No. Linda Tripp.
Linda Tripp.
Yeah.
Linda Tripp.
She
who-
recorded the conversation.
She recorded all of it with Monica
Yeah.
Lewinsky because they're really close.
Yeah.
But Linda Tripp, I looked into that and she was like, I mean, I don't know why they kept putting young girls in the fucking office to work with him.
Well,
she was like, every single girl in there, he's made an advancement towards every single one of them.
The craziest one was where Kathleen, I can't remember her last name, she's beautiful, and she went to him and said, my husband is suicidal because he can't find a job. Can you give him a job or help him? And Clinton had a bunch of, like a tray of like tea and stuff.
Yeah.
And he goes, all right, well, hold this tray. And she held the tray. And he said he just started grabbing her tits and kissing her. And my mother said, I believe that story. I go, why? She goes, because she said what a woman would say. And the first thing that they said, and what Kathleen said was, she goes, the first thing in my mind that went through my mind is he's going to spill all the tea on the rug.
Oh, wow.
And my mother said, that's such a thing that I would say. Like the first thing you think is, what the fuck are you doing? Like I have my hands.
Apparently his move was just pulling his dick out too.
Look, man, whatever the case, there's a long list of people with the same story. So
And then
All those women can't
And then
be
the
lying.
homeboy that worked for the White House and went to college with Clinton came up with him in Arkansas. He, all this stuff starts to go on, and he knows a lot of information about it. And then he commits suicide 6 months later.
There's a lot of suicide going on.
Weird.
Yeah.
But also
And then
Hillary
my girl,
Clinton feminist, huh?
What'd you say?
Hillary Clinton feminist, huh?
Oh, I know. And then
Because the response to finding out all these accusations was, let's
it's-
destroy their lives.
Look, the hypocrisy is hilarious. I mean, Biden.
oh my
was-
God.
He was also accused of sexual assault, and everybody who ran with him, and Kamala Harris said, "I believe him. I believe her," and she had no problem running as his mate.
The
So
flip-flop was incredible.
Yeah, as soon as you can get in a position of power and stuff, it's like, yeah, sorry, Tara Reid, sorry about
And then
that.
my girl was like, man, poor Hillary. And I was like, what did you just say? I was like, and she was like, I bet eventually she was probably upset with it, and then she just learned how to deal with him. Like,
But she actively
no.
destroyed those
I was like,
girls' lives. She went after them.
I was like, Bill's the least of her worries.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, that's old Billy.
They think she's gay anyway. The fuck knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole
cares?
dynamic's weird.
Well, it's that dirty politics, man. I mean, there's such a long. I think if you're in politics for that long, especially in the South, like Arkansas, I mean,
Anywhere.
nobody's clean. It
None of
is.
them. Not all of
It's
them.
tit for tat.
All of them.
You're dealing with.
They're all
people.
narcissists. You gotta be crazy to be a politician.
Yeah, you're
crazy.
dealing with all
Yeah.
kinds of stuff.
That mix of personalities. All guys like John McAfee.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
ran
Mike
for
Tyson
governor.
said something great. Mike Tyson, they were talking about him being great. Mike Tyson said, "Let me tell you something about being great, okay, and greatness. I met a lot of people that were great, and they weren't good people.
Yeah.
My thing is, I maybe I did some great stuff. I want to be a good person. That's
Yeah.
fucking difficult.
Yep.
It's like a simple idea, but
Yeah.
I don't think I'm always.
Yeah, let's
amazed.
pause this for a second, Jane, because you raped a girl, right? So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
Went to
But I-
did 7 years for it, yeah.
Yeah. 6 years of yeah. But I'm always amazed at when you meet people that are hyper successful. A lot of times I am always kind of amazed at how flawed they can be.
I mean, everyone's flawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also just like Madonna at 64 years old. Still,
Well, but fame's a different. Fame's a.
I mean, honey,
she's fighting the good fight. She's trying.
lady. Or Nicole Kidman, 55 years old. I mean, I don't know what she's doing to her face, but that skin regimen is
Doesn't
something I
move.
could.
Yeah.
That does not move, bro. I mean, that's like 55.
But
Somebody
there's
was saying
success
that
and
it's
there's fame and success, especially when you're Madonna. You're known for that.
trying to be age proof.
It's gonna be tough, dude.
Trying to be age proof is a bitch. Take a look at the picture of her on her birthday.
Her birthday?
Yeah, 64-year-old birthday. And Nicole's just doing whatever. She is fighting that shit. Her face does not move. She's my age, 55 years old. I mean, that's not easy.
Look at her on the cover of that. Perfect though. That's recent.
That's right.
This
That's
one's
the
recent.
most recent cover. 55. That's a lot of work.
She looks pretty good.
Oh yeah. Go down. Let me see. There are a bunch of pictures over there. Let
But
me-
fame, especially
No, on
when
the other
beauty's
one.
part of
The
your
other one.
like
On the
that's
other
your
one?
thing.
No, to
Other
the
one?
right, to the
Oh,
right.
this.
Yeah.
Like think of J Lo. J Lo's 50.
Well, J-Lo's a freak of nature. J-Lo's a freak of nature. That's a lot of work right there, though. That's
Yeah, fame and getting older in the public spotlight has to be tough, man. When
just-
beauty's like one of your things.
You're addicted.
She's actually a great fucking actress too.
oh yeah, but you're addicted to that.
I mean, I
need
get
to
fighting
be
it.
young, and you can see now the age, though. It's not. You just got to sometimes.
But there's way worse examples than Nicole Kidman. Nicole Kidman's actually
Well, Madonna is.
Nicole
Madonna's-
Kidman's actually winning the fight 10-9.
yes.
Madonna's down 10-8 in the rounds.
Madonna, but at
She's
64.
a big old dumpy ass.
Well, that's another weird thing too. That's like what I don't know what
Yeah,
she's
the
doing.
ass is like wait, nobody gets an ass at 70.
Well, it's
Your ass doesn't get fatter at
she's
70.
doing the kind of shit she's doing. Yeah, it's a rough one.
How old is she?
64, sir.
I mean, she's doing the damn thing.
She's doing the damn thing. You got to give it up.
I mean, it must be a process in the mornings.
I would imagine there's a lot of work to be done, but
Type in Madonna booty.
she's still wearing.
It's
She's trying to be young at that age. It's like, what are you doing here?
But I guess what's the alternative?
There we go.
What's the alternative?
This is her.
Her
wait.
butt's
No,
ridiculous.
but go to her 65-year-old. You can see what she's wearing. Her birthday.
her 65-year-old.
65th.
Gotta be honest,
that
guys,
butt
I'm
is-
into
No,
it.
this is right now, B.
that
Those
butt
are
is so-
pictures current.
That butt is so weird. What are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing?
But I bet my question, what should they do, B? Just give up?
I think that you have to.
Sir, you had your lids done.
I know, but you have to let it go after a while. You have to realize that you're looking now. You're being ridiculous.
The ass is ridiculous. I agree with that. But the
You're
face
just being
stuff, I
ri- you're
get.
being
For women, I
ridiculous.
get it. It's a lot of pressure, man. The ass is just absolutely insane. I mean, what were you
get it.
thinking?
Yeah. My thing is, it speaks to something much deeper. But anyway, oh boy,
Yeah, that's tough.
yeah. And she's 64 doing
It
that.
looks like a cartoon.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, though.
Yeah. So okay, there we go. I want to live forever.
The worst are the guys that when the guys go too deep. That's the worst.
That's the worst. That's the worst. Like, who is that country singer?
Keith Urban.
Oh no, Kenny Rogers. You think of the Kenny
No,
Rogers?
he's good, but there was another one, Roy. Who sang the football? Who sang football?
Are
Are you ready for some football?
Are you ready for some football? He's had work done.
Oh, Bob.
Are you ready for? Now they do. Now it's Carrie Underwood.
Hank
Yeah,
Williams
Hank
Jr.
Williams Jr.
He's had some work.
Yeah, you might want to take a look at.
No, really.
I never thought he did.
I think you're thinking of a wrong guy. Hank doesn't seem like the guy to do it.
I might be thinking of the wrong
Yeah,
guy.
because I don't think so. That's just
Okay.
a lot of makeup.
Kenny Rogers had like
He had his
Yeah.
lids done.
A
And
lot
he had
of
his
stuff,
lids
yeah.
done wrong. When I had my lids done, the doctor goes, "You're just going to look less sleepy. It's not. Nobody's going to see much."
that's like a lot.
Yeah, that's. Come on now. But also that there's a difference. You get a brow lift. So those guys are getting brow lifts. So they're getting their. You get this. Look.
The shape
So
of your
they'll
eyes
lift
change.
your- and yeah,
Oh,
when
they
you
lift
start
your whole
doing that
face,
kind of
though.
shit, boy, you better be careful.
I'm
If I
into
ever
it.
come in with
I mean,
that,
he looks good though, right? I mean, he looks a little crazy, but
I mean,
I'm looking forward to doing that.
yeah, you're gonna do a lot of that. You,
I'd rather look like that than
Mark, you're gonna be-
100%.
Mark,
You
you
know
are
what?
one, you're gonna
You
be
know
the
what?
male Madonna.
I vow to document all of it because
Yeah,
people
me
say
too.
like, "Oh, you do Botox and lip fillers." I'm like, the moment I do that, you think I'm not going to make YouTube content out of it?
Yeah, I'm gonna
like,
get
dude,
something out
follow
of it.
my journey.
Get some wings, yeah.
You both have very nice plump lips naturally.
Yes, I'd rather look like that than look like a fucking Shar-Pei. You know,
Yeah.
like if your skin's just melting, I'm like, Doc, we gotta do this. Is a
Yikes.
mess, man. I woke up in the morning.
Brennan, I sent you a
can't-
picture this weekend of me as a 3-year-old. You can verify
Yeah, I've always had big lips. Have
my
you?
lips were.
Yeah, your
You-
lips are fat.
My lips
All
look
of us,
like
none of
Lindsay's
us want to
always.
die.
Get some DSLs. What?
None of us want to die,
No.
and that's the example. You're just,
Well, the fame's a different animal though. Fame and beauty's your thing. Like they're gonna fight that to the fucking grave.
it's called raging against the night.
Oh, that's like they took that from Raging Against the Machine, right?
Rage against the night. You can grow old gracefully, or you can rage against the night.
Yeah, and there's some
look at-
some dudes look Sean Connery before he passed away. He's a fucking dime piece.
Hell yeah, you didn't give a fuck.
Good genetics though.
Yeah. It's good.
If you're like a Hollywood, okay, Jack Nicholson, like there comes a point where it's like, hey man, if I can make movies whenever I want, do I need to get work done? Do you think it's like,
Yeah, Robert De Niro, but also those guys have never been like hot leading men.
Right.
Like let's look at Jason Momoa in about 30 years. Let's see what happens then. When you're known for looks, like Bradley Cooper, like some of these Brad Pitt. You don't think Brad Pitt's had any work done?
I don't know if he has.
I don't know.
doesn't
his
look like-
hairline
I don't either.
is suspiciously full at 55
Nah,
or whatever?
he's always had good hair. I can tell you that. I don't
At
think
55 though?
So. Yeah.
Like to not
He's
move
older
an
than that.
inch, you know?
Yeah.
A little suspicious.
I saw this recently of Bradley Cooper. His body
ex,
looks
he's
like
just a dime. He
Yeah.
looks like he lost weight.
his body's like a young dude's body. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like
Shaved chest.
He looks like a kid there. I'd be smiling like that too, though.
but this picture was kind of
shape.
not controversial, but it raised some questions because he's supposed to be with Huma. Remember Anthony Weiner's ex?
Yeah.
But then he was on vacation. They share a kid together, so I think that's
Yeah.
why they're just on, hanging out together.
And she's ridiculously
She's
hot.
she's
so-
a super hot model.
She was like, "You want to go to this pig island?" He's like, "Fuck yeah."
Oh yeah, that's that island where they.
What island is that?
Hey,
See, because there he doesn't look like that.
No, that's what's funny. His body's
There he's.
actually
What
really-
is he wearing?
No.
Dude, you knew you were gonna be photographed, dude.
Yeah. But that's a Huma right there.
Oh, huh. Well.
But
yeah,
he looks
I
great.
mean,
Very smart.
I'm going to Pig Island, dude. What island is that with all those piggies?
Oh, let's look.
He could have done a cut just for the vacation, you know.
Just says tropical
Yeah,
vacation.
tropical vacation.
There's an island.
There's an island just full of pigs like
yeah,
that?
there is. Yeah.
Huh.
So you want to go, Brendan?
Yeah, I want to be in Pig Island. Depending how far the flight is. Oh, you think she listed it, Jen?
Yeah, that was supposed to be on her thing. Let's see what it says here. Bahamas?
Put a heart with a pig. Yeah, he's in shape.
But you know, usually when people get older, they have like, my friends call it old man muscle, where everything kind of droops a little bit.
Yeah, it just kind of comes down a little bit.
Yeah, but his looks like an actual young dude's
Well, he's
body.
46 or something. It's not that old.
That's very impressive.
Not really.
You don't think his body's impressive?
It's okay.
Oh, man.
It's okay.
That's pretty impressive.
All right. Anyways.
You know, it's
But also these movie stars, that's your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
If that's
he's always
all you
been
do,
disciplined. He always had. I mean, his body in A-Team was pretty unbelievable. You ever see him in that?
In A-Team, yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking jacked in that. That's where he's like, fuck.
Yeah.
yeah, it looks great. But also like, hey, studio's paying for 6 months of training and diet, you know, all this stuff. And
Oh, I'm taking everything under the sun.
you don't have anything to do besides that.
He didn't. I talked to him about that. He didn't take any drugs there. He wasn't doing steroids. He was just lifting. That's how Bradley is. Like Bradley's built that way. I've known him for like. He was always like when he was working out. That's what he looks.
It
like.
doesn't look crazy.
He's a stud. He just looks great.
No, yeah, he doesn't look crazy though.
Yeah.
He's lean.
Yeah.
He's super lean.
That's what he can.
Everybody looks good at 9% body fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But he's got a good frame. You know,
Yeah,
he's
no,
a legit
it's believable.
6'1", broad shoulders.
Although I will say, I believe that he's not on anything here if he said that, but also everyone's going to deny it, you know?
No. I mean,
Yeah, I don't think you share
I'm
a
not saying
cycle.
him.
no, but
I would assume like you assume athletes are. I would assume he.
yeah,
all
but not
celebrities
in
are.
that. Not in
Has
that.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Has any actor come out and said, I've done steroids?
Not once.
No, but not in that movie. But yeah.
Not once.
No, but I believe him.
I don't believe any of them. What else you got, Jen?
No, what's the Indian guy, the new Marvel or
Oh,
DC?
Kamal.
Yeah, him,
He's
I would
the
have
most
to say,
suspicious because he
without
was
a
like
doubt.
40
Without
and
a
super
doubt.
Without a
soft.
doubt, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Oh, and Ryan Reynolds in Blade 2. Like
Yeah,
these are easy.
100%.
Yeah, case
100%.
solved, fellas.
Case solved.
Why wouldn't you?
But
Or
you
Ben
just can't- You
Affleck.
can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck.
Oh no, Bradley Cooper's the biggest in American Sniper. He's huge.
Oh, he's like actually
like
thick, though,
240. Yeah.
thick.
Yeah.
So, did you guys watch
So,
the VMAs at all? Because I
Explain
didn't.
what's going on.
I did watch it.
Explain what's
I
It
don't
was
mind.
weird.
I don't
This
mind
was-
Johnny Depp being there. Like they had like
So
a
it's not even
floating,
him. Yeah, it's-
they had like a floating,
Astronaut.
MTV man that's an astronaut. Then they imposed Johnny's face in it.
Yeah,
It just
digitally.
wasn't very funny. He'd be like,
It was weird.
He'd be like, I had to do this because I need jobs. Everybody, You know, and you're like, all right. They would end or start every segment.
So he was in
I think this is like
You'll see
between
right
in
here.
the MTV Music
see-
Awards.
yeah.
He floats up in a spacesuit.
but it's his face imposed on it, like digital.
I needed the work.
So that was like one of
He
them.
can say anything.
Let's get back to the music, shall we? I just want you guys to know that I'm available for birthdays, bar mitzvahs, bat mitzvahs, weddings, wakes, any old thing you need. Anything.
Very weird. It wasn't funny. But
I don't
anyways,
want him being there.
Yeah.
Amber Heard's sister got upset with it.
Well, that's great.
Got a little
She
cold.
said, "You're disgusting, clearly desperate. I really hope that none of the people that made this call have daughters. I stand with Amber Heard."
Well,
She
it's her
hashtag.
sister, of
I
course.
know.
Got to
This is
stand with your sister, ride or
lame,
die. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yep.
if they had Amber, would any guy post that? No.
What's that?
I said, if MTV hired Amber to do that cameo, would any guy be upset?
They'd be like, "This is hilarious."
We don't give a fuck. I'd be like, yeah, I'd actually be like, now that's funny.
Yeah.
Like her doing that.
That
be
would
like,
actually be
that would be way funny.
way funnier.
She lost.
Way funnier.
Yeah, that's way better.
Yeah, I'll
That's
do
the
anything.
hook.
That's the joke.
That's the hook.
The joke is that you're 100%
Johnny's
right.
obvious. Yeah,
100% right.
Amber Heard would be funny.
That is the joke. I'm available for anything. People would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also funny because she actually can't find work. Johnny Depp's
Yeah,
getting movies now.
the irony would be perfect. with that.
Yeah, that's the joke.
All right,
Doing
so-
it, like, dude, you got $300 million offer to play fucking Sparrow again.
He's back.
This is a pretty crazy one. So this body washed up in a beach in Thailand.
Ass up like that?
Yeah, decapitated too.
Oh,
But it turned out to be a sex doll. So it's like a discarded sex doll that it was, I guess it was like discarded somewhere in a river and it ended up washing up into the beach. And
freaking
it
people out.
looked like that, yeah.
That's what the kind of thing. If you're with your kids, you go run away, go over there. I have to check this out.
Oh my god. I wouldn't even.
Fuck,
check-
that's
Did
awful.
you even check it out?
Well, I
I'd
don't-
just call authorities.
Yeah, that's. What
I wouldn't
mean.
be like, let me go see what's
I'd have to
happening
see.
here.
I'd have to see. You got to.
I don't want my fingerprints on it. Nothing.
Well, I mean, you want to make sure that whoever's family is missing their.
That's why I call authorities.
Yeah. Jesus, that's fucked up.
Here's a yacht sinking in
Oh
Italy.
yeah, this was exactly the same yacht I was on. Apparently.
What?
Because yes,
You're kidding.
Exactly the same yacht. This is what I was just told.
How
by
did
the
this
model?
one get? How did this one?
Or the
get-
It's the
actual
exact
one?
same
It just
size
said
of the yacht.
the waters are too rough.
They were taking on water.
Yeah.
No, they
Dover?
were taking on water. They don't know why they started.
but
taking
during the
on-
hull, yeah. But they don't know. They're still investigating, but they don't know why it took on.
Look at that, dude.
Dude, the amount of money in that fucking yacht.
Oh yeah.
All the
that's-
furniture, the
And see,
TVs.
it's
Yes,
tied
sir.
to a tugboat, but the waters are too crazy, so the tugboat couldn't get it out, so it's lost.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Now we'll see you later. That is the end.
They think way
kids.
slower than you think, don't they?
Yeah.
Have you guys done cruises and stuff before? Or no.
I hate cruises. My dad took me on when
So you
I was
did
a
it.
kid. I hated
Not
it.
a
Yeah, I don't
fan-
trust them
Not a fan of
anymore. I'm
boats,
too
and that's
scared.
one of the reasons.
Cruises don't make sense to me. You're just on a hotel in the water.
Well, I talked to the guy who was the captain of the yacht. I said, "Have you ever been in seas that were?" And he said, It's hard for me to talk about because it was off the North Irish Sea or something, and we almost died. They were on a yacht, and the fucking
Oh, so you did talk about it though?
yeah. So the yacht would be on the crest of a wave, and then do this.
He's like, I can't tell you this story.
Well, no, he said talking about it gives me PTSD.
Yeah, you get freaked out, yeah.
Because he would be up there, and then just
Jump down.
you would drop. So the wave takes you that high,
Yeah.
and then there's only one way down. Oh my fucking god!
And he was in a big yacht doing that?
Yeah, they almost died. Because if you get in the water there, it's so cold, you die.
Game over.
Nobody can rescue you. You're done. Also,
But they made it out of it?
they don't even wear. A lot of those guys don't wear life vests because it just makes it prolongs it. You're just cold longer.
But they were fine?
They made it out.
You guys remember Daisy Fuentes?
Yes.
She was like the
She was
hottest.
a dime piece
Yeah.
for MTV.
Yep. So she recently got on TikTok, and a lot of comments were how different she looked because she's 50 years old now. She was like way younger, obviously, when she was on MTV. Super beautiful girl.
Yeah, she was so pretty.
But I just liked her comeback.
Hi guys.
She's really pretty.
Yeah.
She's 50?
50.
Days ago, and many of you were so surprised to see me here, and you were wondering if it really was me, and it is. It's me. I don't know when the last time was that you saw me, but yeah, I look different. I do look different. You know, I don't know if you saw me 15 years ago, 20 years ago, but hey, I'm in my 50s now, and yes, I look different. Maybe you look different from the last time that you saw me too. Maybe? Yeah. And no, I haven't gotten surgery yet. I may. I don't know.
She's
I'll
gorgeous.
tell you what I
People were
do
complaining?
is
Yeah.
I use filters because why not? I want to look good. And this gives me the option to. So yes, I use filters. Hey, if you want to see me ugly, come to my house and bring pizza.
Good for her. By the way, she married a very wealthy industrialist, like a billionaire.
That makes sense.
Well,
yeah.
she's now with
So she
Richard
was
Marx.
like, I'm out.
With who?
Richard Marx, the singer?
nice.
Yeah, songwriter, singer.
Okay, not my favorite singer, but
He wrote so many hit songs, like so
Probably,
many for NSYNC
probably.
and a bunch
Did
of
he?
people. Yeah,
I
yeah.
assume she married
So he's
rich
rich as
and it
shit.
just was like,
Oh,
see
yeah.
ya.
She married some really
See
rich
ya.
billionaire, and then from there,
See ya, Hollywood.
See ya is right. Who the fuck needs that?
She was gorgeous.
Yeah, well, so me and Brendan talked about Jake Paul having a fight. I guess this was October, right? But he didn't say any like names or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyways, before that, Rick Ross said that he would give an additional $10 $10 million onto the purse for the people whoever
That's
fights
so much money.
Jake
man.
Paul. Yeah.
And so
There it
then,
goes.
and then shortly after that, Jake announced the fight. Somebody was like, "I'll do that for 10 mil."
Who is he fighting?
We don't
next?
know yet.
It's going to probably be announced later this week or next week.
Who would you choose if you could for him?
Nate Diaz. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
That's a really good idea.
For like biggest fight.
I just saw this recently on Instagram. It's just Phil Heath. He's looking ridiculous right now
Jack City.
in his 40s.
Now finally, somebody who's not on steroids.
He's great.
Jacked. Yeah, he's the man.
He's jacked.
Yeah. It just looked
He looks a
crazy.
little different.
He does. He looks a lot bigger
He's
too.
older, you
so.
son of a bitches.
Marcus.
Yes. I sent you one there.
Yeah, Elon was heavy for a second. Did you see? This just reminded me of it. Did you see Zuckerberg on Rogan?
I did not. I want to watch it. What'd you think?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
He's a robot.
that's how I felt. I was like, but Rogan will get it out of you, you know. But
His body was really bad. He's also like,
So yeah, what we're looking at here, Elon Musk revealed over the weekend that he has embraced intermittent fasting weeks after the billionaire faced some online trolling after photos surfaced of him lounging
Yeah,
shirtless
his
on a
body was
yacht
awful.
near Mykonos. He's down over 20 pounds from his unhealthy
he was
peak
so
weight.
white, and also
I mean, he's very white right here.
that's a very white body.
sunscreen, white. Yeah. Yeah, his body was tough. He's enjoying the good life.
Yeah,
You feel bad for him, or like is your attitude like,
don't feel
yeah,
bad for
you're a
him.
billionaire, figured out, or
I think he's just trying to get to fucking Mars or where the fuck he's doing. So he's like,
Yeah.
what?
yeah,
Yeah, I eat fucking McDonald's and he's probably eating like
you
shit.
still deal with. You're still a human being, and if people are trolling you, you're still a little bit like, oh, you know.
yeah,
Like I get into a hot tub at this spa thing,
Yeah.
and it's a bunch of people in there, you know, and you know you're in shorts, you still have a little body dysmorphia, you know,
Yeah.
And this girl goes, she just literally really loud goes, "Are you Bryan Callen?" I'm like, and all her friends are there. It's like a bachelor party, and they're all looking at me. And she goes, "My boyfriend's such a huge fan. I'm such a huge fan."
You're like,
And it's just,
"Let me go
can I
grab
take
a
a
shirt."
picture of that? And it's just like, and I'm like taking a picture with my shirt off, and I'm like, oh man. And I got my Invisalign in, and I'm old.
Think about
I'm
it.
like,
Elon
fuck.
Musk didn't like those pictures. He's out of his control too. That's paparazzi taking.
You
them, so it's like-
you just feel a
But
little
also
bit.
wear a shirt if you're going to go to the beach.
Yeah.
Elon.
It's hard not to feel a little insecure.
Yeah.
All eyes on you.
But with his resources, it'd be pretty easy for him to get in shape.
yeah. Now it also goes to the idea of fat shaming being an effective or ineffective act.
Hell
He's
yeah.
essentially fat shamed, and now he's down 20 pounds.
Yeah.
Fat shaming is probably the most fucking effective thing of all time.
Yeah.
In a way, you know, all of us. I think everybody in this room has enough body dysmorphia to, you know.
I mean,
It's not like we work out every day because we're really happy with the way we look, right? I mean, you know.
Right. Yeah. So I guess it's I shame myself.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I don't need the internet.
That's what I mean.
What else you got, Jen?
1 second.
I don't know why you guys have any issues, but
All right, Mark.
I thought this was a little interesting. Liver King clip. The guy's asking him, "What about because people always have this retort, what about medicine and lifespans and stuff like that? Because his perspective is he doesn't actually say everything ancestral is great, but here let it play.
Because we weren't taking penicillin back then, but now we have stuff that doesn't let us die when we're 20.
There's an interesting thing about this, related to this. I like the acute medicine that we have today, right? But a lot of the long-term shit that we do is to our detriment.
Like,
Well, so let me tell you this. People always make this criticism. Oh yeah, you're promoting the ancestral living, but our early ancestors lived to 30 on average. This is what people say all the time, stupid shit like this, right? And here's the fact: is you call what we're doing today living. You call going to a job that you hate, coming home to a life you don't love, putting on Netflix, sedating yourself just enough with medication to get hard and to be happy. Call that a day, call it a week, call it a month. This is your fucking life. You call that living? This is how we exist today.
what about like medicine and shit though?
Not
We're
everyone,
getting-
but also I'm a fan of Liver King. But also,
he makes a good point.
but the issue with when they like the medieval times or even back then, with like the average lifespan was 30. That's because like 1 out of fucking 2 children died when they're infants.
Yeah.
But there's a lot
4
of
out of
old
5.
people.
4
There's
out
a
of 5.
lot of 1 out of 2. Is
I
what
was
I'm
surprised
saying.
they didn't say
1 out
that.
of 2.
Yeah,
That's
1
what
out
I
of 2.
said,
So
yeah.
that cuts the life. But there were people in their 70s, 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
But there were definitely vaccines and antibiotics and all those things that push us beyond our biology. Yeah, and good nutrition and sanitation.
Yeah. And he also makes a distinction between acute medicine, like penicillin, and chronic medicine, because, what's the big knock?
Painkillers and
Big
stuff?
pharma is like, well, they're trying to get you hooked on a pill
Correct.
for the rest of your life.
Addicted, yeah.
Yep. Let's see. You got a bunch of those up there.
Yeah, I have a
Shane.
ton,
Don't
but
be-
we'll see what we're going to use
Don't
here.
be too.
Hold on.
Don't be too
So
stingy.
there's not. I saw an article about this. This isn't. It's a robbery, but let's just look at the video. It's two guys going after someone, and they're on a motorcycle, and then a good Samaritan comes in. So chase him down. They say they try to grab his chain. So that's the gun the guy grabbed.
That's a gun?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Oh,
He chases
wow.
after him.
No, pero no le dio la pierna. Sí.
That guy's a badass.
Yeah, so they're
Grabbing the
looking
gun.
for these people. They don't know who they are, but the fact that the guy was a good Samaritan and stopped that thing from happening was pretty.
Well,
cool.
have you seen now in Brazil the new law that allows? They passed a law that says if you see a motorcycle robbing somebody, you're allowed to run it over. You seen the compilation of Brazilians killing dudes on
Oh,
motorcycles?
really? Just chomping at the bit to run it over?
Dude, it's fucking on Instagram. It's crazy. Cars are just like, these guys are like holding these people up. This car just goes, just boom, they just go flying. I mean, it's crazy. Brazilians don't fuck around.
Good.
They're like, oh, really? We get to kill these assholes on motorcycles? Okay.
Well, how a man shoots daughter's ex-boyfriend during break-in. So the ex-boyfriend was breaking into the house
Yeah.
and gets shot.
Yeah, chilling ring camera video shows the moment an Ohio homeowner shot and killed his daughter's ex-boyfriend as he tried to break into
What
the
was he
family's
trying to
home.
get?
He was just trying to see her.
Oh, they're in the house? Yeah, it's clearer than it. Look at all the cars out front. It's the middle of the day.
So he was trying to break down the door.
Oh, he's just walking away too. That's kind of crazy.
He looked really chill for having just been shot.
Yeah.
Well, he probably died
Shocked.
right there, right?
Yeah, the first one got him, and then
That was crazy.
I can't believe they can play that on New York Post.
Let me see that again. That's fucking nuts, man. Yeah, you just walk away and die, pretty much. Fuck. Now, he did shoot through the door. Are you allowed to do that?
Well, no, he busted open the door and then he got shot.
Oh.
Can you
okay.
see him?
Oh, hold on.
See this?
He looks like he's not even all there either. His face is out of it.
See this? See that? Then he gets it open.
And the dad's saying, I got a gun, too.
I feel
Wow.
like that dad could be in some
Yeah.
liability. There.
Well, if he broke in and the door opened, right, and he's coming in, you're allowed. Once you step into the, like you cross the foyer, but he's already in his property. Through a window.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
All right. Well.
Now, the daughter says, Dad, there's nothing you could have done. You saved my life, according to the station.
But was he coming there to kill the daughter? Like, I have so many questions.
She
He
didn't
seemed
know
pretty
either
chill.
because she's in the
yes.
background going, Dad, is he trying
If
to
you're
kill
doing
me?
that
Oh,
to my
she
daughter.
says, Dad, he is trying to kill me.
Yeah. If
Oh,
you're
Oh, that's different.
if you're my
Is he
fucking,
trying to kill me?
If you're my daughter and you're the ex-boyfriends kill their girlfriends
Oh, hold
all
up.
the time.
Earlier this month, the Shelby County grand jury voted 8-1 against indicting
Yeah.
the dad on charges relating to his
So
killing.
he's good.
Stand your ground. Yep.
Stand your ground law, which says the
That's
homeowner
true.
does not have a legal duty to retreat.
You're trying to
from the
break
home
into the house,
before
asshole.
firing a gun.
And obviously being violent toward her.
I mean, yeah, if
It's
he's
fucked up, but
if he's wow, the sister goes hard in the paint. I hope your days are more miserable than they've ever been. Your disgusting excuse of a human being along with your daughter. Man, if someone's trying to kill one of my kids and I shot them, I wouldn't lose an ounce. of
not an
sleep.
ounce.
Yeah, like, that was my question. Is like, why was he trying to break in the house? Obviously, he's not collecting goods.
Well, first of all, it's
the
an
middle of the day.
ex-boyfriend. It's obviously he's not taking no for an answer. You're trying to come into the house.
And he's yelling at
You
me,
have to
gun.
assume that he is there to do something bad to her, and you're her father. Now, I think it's better to wait till the door's open. If you shoot through the window, that seems a little bit.
Yeah.
But you
What
know,
else you got, Chin? I can't believe New York Post showed him getting shot like that. That's cool.
Yeah. This I just saw last week. So the Prime Minister of Finland was in trouble because she was partying. I mean,
she's so hot, by the way.
yeah, but she's very good. And she looks super young, too.
You seen her? She's hot.
So
I'll
why is
just
she in
show her
trouble
right
for
here.
partying?
Well, so in her
Is
residence.
she the nerdy one with the bangs in the front?
She's right here. The one dancing, like, wiggling on the left.
And why can't she party?
No, that's fine. So apparently there's a picture like this that was taken in her house. Two topless girls making out.
Okay.
So I guess that's like frowned upon there.
I mean, I endorse it.
I don't get that. I don't get how, but she can't control what pictures people post.
And she partied, I guess, before she got
That's
in
probably
trouble for it. That's her. And this is her apologizing. She's dancing with girls here as well.
And they're saying because she's a politician, she can't.
I mean, the Prime
simply
Minister
too
of Finland.
hot. She's just too hot.
Yeah, people are probably pissed. And she's young, 36.
Yeah.
Prime Minister?
Yeah, she's
her again.
insanely hot. Yeah.
This is her apologizing.
Pidän näitä syytöksiä erittäin raskaina ja painavina ja oma oikeusturvani takia.
She speaks in English in a bit.
Myös vaatimusta huumausainetestistä niin oma oikeusturvani takia ja
She's really attractive.
tällaiset mahdollisuudet.
So she took a drug test, she said, just to
Prove that she was on drugs?
I don't know, just for her safety. For everyone.
She's still gorgeous.
I mean, no one's going to be talking about
I
this
didn't
next
have
week.
any work meetings planned for that weekend. They are confirmed usually beforehand, and I didn't have any meetings, for example, Saturday or Sunday.
Sounds almost Irish.
Yeah, she's
Very
totally
tight.
Irish, like
Tight in the
a
mouth, and that's how
Sinead.
they talk there.
Of course,
To your teeth.
handled, but we didn't have any government meetings during that weekend.
We didn't have any government.
Was she not supposed to be a human and have fun with her friends?
I
I don't
agree.
get the problem.
and did nothing.
Brendan and I agree.
I don't give a flying
100
fuck.
I
Would
just
we
want to
expect
dance,
politicians, to stay at home and watch TV?
do some drugs, do some dancing, kiss girls. Just do what we have to do when I'm not. Oh boy.
Okay, so
Oh, no.
Oh, this is fantastic.
so Abercrombie did tweet this before, earlier, but then they deleted it because of how
Come
many
on.
people are going at him like you're promoting obesity and
You can't
bad
win.
health.
You can't win.
Yeah, so she has a really pretty face.
Let's not get carried away.
Okay, so she has a pretty face.
Yeah, I
a
mean,
cute
I
face.
don't like
even
normalizing
that
this
would
shit.
be.
I don't like normalizing
stretch.
this. She's so heavy and not an example of health.
Someone says new Abercrombie and Fitch just dropped. This season they're featuring diabetes and
It's
heart
hilarious.
attacks. Yeah, I don't know how long
Like-
we just pretend we ignore this. Like,
Yeah, what are we
the
doing
fupa?
here?
Like, there's nothing healthy
Well,
here.
what are you
dude.
including? What was so you're going to sell clothes that way? Okay, good luck.
Well, now they're getting.
Well, I mean, they've deleted the post, so
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Someone had to get because Ari Spears went hard at Lizzo, and Ari Spears isn't exactly the epitome of health, and people are like, hold up, this fat dude's gonna shame Lizzo when Lizzo every weekend. They have a good point though. Lizzo every weekend's on roller skates, dancing for 2 hours on the stage. Like she is healthy. Just don't let the fat fool you. I'm like, well, I don't know, dude.
I
Like,
have-
are there healthy fat people?
no, I don't think so.
Can there be?
Because that fat covers the organs, everything too.
It's not healthy for you.
Can't be healthy.
It's not healthy for you. If you your
body's
biggest
doing
threat to you
overwork.
when you had COVID was when you were seriously overweight.
Yeah,
But
So
also,
let's stop. Let's stop pretending. Let's stop pretending with this bullshit. It's just it's unbelievable.
Well, now the backlash. Now the company's like, oh, we can't.
measure
Well, it goes
isn't-
back and forth.
Like, can you roller skate for an hour? It's, let me see your VO2 max. What's your
Yeah.
blood pressure? What's your
Yeah.
vital signs?
So even if your heart's like, even if you are rollerblading for 2 hours on stage, it says cardiovascular. It's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see you run a mile in 8 minutes.
It's just your body's in the way. Your body's in the way. That girl was really overweight.
Yeah.
And just there's nothing attractive about that. And I don't give a fuck what anybody says. And you can pretend. And the people who are using her are doing it. They're exploiting her because nobody there wants to
Correct.
have sex with
No.
her. And nobody there thinks it's healthy. But Abercrombie and Fitch wants to sell fucking products. By pretending they're so fucking virtuous and so egalitarian.
But it's
Go
come back
fuck
on 'em. It's
yourself.
come back on
Yeah.
'em.
Yeah.
Corporations make me sick when they do this.
And they
bullshit.
deleted it, which is
Get
also
outta
lame.
here.
If you're gonna
You're
put it
so
out there.
dishonest.
Well,
Everybody's
someone in the
being
company was
dishonest.
like, guys, this has gotten too far.
And that girl has, she should lose weight. It's for her own sake and her own health. It's not attractive.
No.
It's not good.
I mean,
for
there are
her.
people who do find that attractive. It's called a fetish. But still, I mean, it's healthy. Doesn't mean it's healthy.
I don't know why that's the first time I've ever heard that, but I love it. How is that the first time I've ever heard that? That's good. Faddish.
Thank you, sir.
This is just Jeff Bezos posting a picture about having a burger at McDonald's, and that was his very first job at McDonald's. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that?
Yep, I did.
I feel like most people's burgers, just the first ones are McDonald's.
No. That's his first job.
Oh,
He actually worked at McDonald's, yeah, as a cook.
He's awesome.
Why is Rogan trending? Because of Zuckerberg? Click on it, Chin.
Is it where?
See where it says
Over
trending?
there.
Yeah. Has to be Zuckerberg, right?
COVID-19 restrictions to vote Republican.
Yeah, Joe Rogan says he would tell people outraged by COVID restrictions to vote Republican.
Of course.
Oh,
Republicans jump all over this.
I don't know. It seems like
Interesting.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because you can really only vote one of two ways. So if you vote the other way, you're
He's
for
like,
it.
if you're upset by this, then vote that.
On Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York
we had that
Post.
too.
Yeah, so you guys.
Did you hear him admit this? They fucked up?
The FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like, you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg making that shocking revelation this week about Facebook's suppression of the Hunter Biden laptop story right before the 2020 presidential election.
Funny how that happens. Joe Concha joins us now. Joe, here's...
Yeah. Well.
Okay. I think that just as a little thing, I think that Roe v. Wade thing is really hurting Republicans, and I think
Big time.
that Republicans that are the candidates that are Trump crazy, that love Trump, a lot of Americans are like, I don't.
Trump will
that kinda
still
makes me
win
nervous.
because at the end of the day, yeah, that sucks. At the end of the day, there's bigger issues, right?
Yeah.
For the majority of people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
see.
it's definitely not helping them.
No.
What else you got, Chin?
I think that's pretty much it.
That's it. What
You
about
want some
the
more
girl
stuff?
who sells her?
No, so I saw an updated thing. Like it was bullshit. Yeah.
What was she selling?
Virginity. And apparently, some Hong Kong businessman that had a ton of money, like it was
all
willing to do it for 2.5 million or something.
All right. Well, listen, guys.
That's not good.
I know a couple things. I know that in September 8th, 9th, and 10th, I'm at Raleigh, North Carolina, good nights. And the weekend after that, 17th, 18th, 15th, 16th, 17th, I'm in San Jose, California at the Improv. And then I go to Spokane, Washington, Spokane Comedy Club, September 22, 23, 24.
A good little run there.
Yeah, best of. We're doing really well with that episode. I'm about to drop the Tim Kennedy episode this week, best of. So look for that. That's coming. And Bryan
You got
Callen.
Dania on there.
Dania, I'm going to have to reschedule, actually. So I have to reschedule that. I'll let you know.
For me, tour-wise, this Wednesday, we got David Spade, Michael Rapport, myself, one show, one night only, 8 p.m. at the Hollywood Improv. We also have another very special guest on there I'll announce soon. But then regular tour starts back up next week, September 8th through the 10th. Appleton, Wisconsin. Then I'm in Ontario, California, Ontario Improv, September 15th, 17th. Then I end September in Boston, Laugh Boston, September 29th through October 1st. Come get some Boston. But Appleton, Wisconsin, almost sold out. Get tickets right now. We might add shows. That's September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets right now, fatkz.com or thickboy.com. Thickboy.com, also new merch. You have the NBA quality jerseys and shorts and hat. The hat I'm wearing right now. Those just dropped as well. Thickboy.com for all that. All right. Love you guys. This is Fire and Kid. We're out.